too to Chase Briscoe. Yeah, he just keeps getting closer and closer to the front, and every time he does that, that car is going to handle better and better. It's going to be a big difference when he gets up here in clean air amongst the top 3 or 4.
Ooh, crossover move, Jamie.
Chase Briscoe coming off in 3rd place at Daytona. I talked to him before this race, and he said, we unloaded, we were pretty off, but we were able to make some decent adjustments in that shortened practice session yesterday. He said, as long as I can run the top of this racetrack, we are good. He said, I am out of control on the bottom. That's exactly what he's done to get to the front.
Ricky, if he didn't hit the wall, he was really close coming off of 2.
There's Stenhouse to the bottom in that 47.
How about Larson?
He's running it today like it's got a short fuse. Since we started stage racing in NASCAR, the Stage 1 winner has never failed to go to victory lane.
At Fontana, and I think the worst finish in a stage for any previous winner here at Fontana since stage racing came out is 2nd. So they won all the first stages, and then 2nd was the worst they finished in the 2nd stage. So this could be a little different today. I think this can still be a different race than what we've seen before.
Adjustments, very impressive with the adjustments you've seen on these cars. Yes, they're making ground, but they're also making ground with the adjustments. Every time they see pit road, you see a car just inch a little bit farther to the front, more and more.
Number of top contenders having trouble early as we look back from pole center Austin Cindric. Chase Elliott is 2 laps down. Kyle Busch is 4 laps down. 4 to go at the end of stage 1. Eric Jones inching up on Tyler Reddick. There's a look at Kyle Busch, 4 back. And William Byron trying to close the gap. Suarez in 13th. That's our Fox visor cam attached to his helmet. You can see, especially down on the bottom, it's a rough ride here.
Just watching it.
Part of that's because, hey, let's face it, the track, yes, it has some character and it's rough, but these teams elect to run these cars very rigid. That's where all the downforce is made underneath this car. You've heard us talk about it a lot with the diffuser in the rear end and things like that. You have to make the car very rigid to be able to control the gap underneath there.
Ricky Stenhouse now has dropped back to 9th. Regan.
Well, Mike, we talk about teams making a lot of changes so far today. The 47 car has not changed a thing on that race car. Ricky has been quiet all day long. We see him sliding back and losing another position or close to losing another spot there. He has remained quiet on the radio. Nothing from the driver yet.
Now Blaney behind him is in 10th. That is the last stage point to be earned here in 2 more laps.
And you see Ricky hasn't quite committed to the very top yet. Like you see the 8 car up there, the 24 coming through your screen. Some of those guys that have committed to that very top lane, staying above that top seam, all the way through the corners, seem to be the best cars on the longer run.
It surprises me that he's not. When you talk about Ricky Stenhouse, talk about aggressive, right? That is the guy that's going to put it on the wall, be aggressive right out of the box. So maybe there's something going on with that car that just is a little bit too much on edge, not comfortable to be up there close to the wall just quite yet. Needs some adjustments, just like Regan said.
Yeah, him it's a risk-reward type deal. He's just not quite ready to risk that until they get their form and get it comfortable, and I'm sure he'll get his weight moved up there before the end of the race.
And it does, last I checked, doesn't pay anything to win stage 1. Just some points.
Stenhouse trying to hang on to that final stage point as Tyler Reddick comes around with a half-second lead. And Reddick will get his 5th career stage win and his first at Fontana by half a second over Eric Jones, William Byron, Chase Briscoe, Larson, Bowman, Logano, Blaney, Cindric, and Stenhouse take home the points for stage 1. California's own Tyler Reddick.
The stage 1 winner. Free pass goes to Greenhorn. And 2nd place is all the way back over here. 3rd's all the way over here. 4th. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. So there's only 11 cars on the lead lap. Here we go for the restart. Go green, stage 2.
That poor little mid-engine Porsche in front of it.
Those front tires look like those little mini spares used to get in the trunk of your car. Looks like they grabbed a couple of those and put on the front.
Not far off.
With Reddick beating Briscoe off the pit road, that gave him the advantage of having that preferred outside.
Pace car is in. Reddick and Briscoe once again bring them to green. Christopher Bell's car still sits motionless on pit road. 5 wide, looks like I-10 out there.
Custer is on the move right now.
Eric Jones picked up 5 spots.
Right now he's stuck in the middle though.
Going to the bottom of the racetrack.
And it was all a big run getting up through the gearbox. He pushed hard as soon as he got across the start-finish line. You saw him sweep to the inside, bolt move, and it paid off.
How do you get from 4 wide in the single file or 2 wide down the straightaway? How much of it give? How much of it take?
Funnel, you know, you get through there as quick as you can, and you all have to funnel up to the top. So when you're coming up,
It is picking up speed, running second. Kyle Larson's my man.
Clint chased Briscoe in that 14 car. They had a tough rookie season last year, but he got that first career top 5 last week in the Daytona 500. Johnny Klossmeyer, the crew chief, keep making the right adjustments, and that pit crew keep picking off those 9-second pit stops. He's my one to watch.
yeah, I'm going with Tyler Reddick. He's led more laps today than he led all of last season. And here at Fontana Speedway, the winner of Stage 1 has never lost a race. They're undefeated, so I'm going with Tyler Reddick.
Joey Logano has never won at this racetrack in the Cup Series. He has 3 Xfinity Series wins. It has been circled. He was tied earlier, started in the back. He's going forward. This is the best his car has been.
I'm having so much fun watching and listening to Daytona 500 champion Austin Cindric. Learning by doing, and the best doing is winning. The last driver to win the first 2 races of a Cup season, Matt Kenseth, 2009. And that's your Credit One Bank ones to watch.
And he won it because of rain delay. Don't forget that.
The producer says, man, that was the
But
best.
then when it went into overtime in 2012, he won that one fair and square though.
That's just made by
Matt Kenseth,
I can't believe I can remember.
number 17.
31 cars on the lead lap here.
Best Buy was one of the cars, and the other was the Dollar General, I think. First one in 2009 was Dollar General, and then in 2012 was the Best Buy car.
With mechanical issues.
Yes, sir. I'm racing now on inside line.
Pairs were made. This is the same car. He has been in the middle of the lead lap pretty much all day.
Definitely been struggling to get out of that hole, right? When you wreck on the first lap of the weekend, especially fixing the car, running that car again, a lot of learning right there. But if anybody can figure this out, it's Kevin Harvick in that Ford car.
This was a pretty hard hit.
Kurt Busch.
And again, when he came off the wall after that, can you fix it? Do you want to fix it? And the answer for Rodney Childers was yes. They said it took less time to make this repair than it would have been to get the backup car ready to compete.
If that was last year's
Stage 2 winner. Stage 1 and Stage 2.
To talk about insurance?
Yeah.
You to talk about
Winner Stage 1 and Stage 2, and that's his 3rd stage win on the year. Let's go, baby.
Did you know that new customers who originally save with Progressive can save an average
Free pass.
of $100?
So they're down the lap. So, second place is right
You
here.
finally fixed that transmission.
That was the gap
You have
from
all
first
the
to
fees
second.
go. You need to hire.
There's 3rd,
Indeed
4th,
you do. Indeed Instant
and 5th.
Match instantly delivers quality candidates matching your job description. Visit
3rd, 4th,
Indeed.com/hire.
and that's it. And there's only 6 corners in the lap.
Joins us today for a guest appearance with Clint Boyer and me. Well, little different. Little different.
Twist and comb. This meeting started has never been easier. The most men trust just
10 years. when Matt Kenseth scored his second Daytona 5.
Disaster today, and lots of cautions, lots of wrecked cars after what we saw yesterday. And today you haven't really seen it. You've seen some trouble, but yesterday in 15 minutes we saw more cautions than we've seen so far today. So I think the drivers are just so good. The teams, the crew chiefs, everybody figures out to take what they have, how to adapt to it, do the best they can with it, and go out there and race them. And you can see they're also building confidence. They keep racing harder and harder. You're seeing some bump drafting, you're seeing side drafting. They're out there racing hard.
Now you're preparing for your next race, the Boston Marathon. How did yesterday here help prepare you for the hills of Boston? Let's have a look.
And 198 for him. Action.
Oh, yeah, like the old commercial, huh?
Your core runs straight up in there. You're making a Boston. It did.
So that little scooter race was reprised yesterday here at the Speedway with Barca Loungers, and somebody ended up on their lid and unhappy.
Yeah, making that commercial with Clint was a lot of fun. It was interesting. Clint said that was the most fun he ever had making a commercial before, and it was for me too. We could see what we're going to look like probably another
That was
20,
the
30
biggest
years.
thing. It was almost scary. They did such a good job of making us old that I was like, oh my God, this is
feel like that some days.
I just hope that I make it to looking like that.
You looked older than me in
I'm
that
going to
shot.
have to change my ways, boys. Here we go. Let's go racing.
Center 1 and 2 so fast on that first lap. He cleared out those rows of cars and got out front.
Too wide behind us with the 22. Cover top.
That is Eric Jones' spotter. Rick Corelli, who was one of the greats of the NASCAR Truck Series.
What you heard him say right there, I heard Mark Martin talk about this when he was up here, and it's exactly right. You can't just change directions. When you're at home and you see that car and he says clear up or check, protect high, it's not like you can just hang a right in there and then redirect your momentum back to the left. You've got to slowly do that, methodically move up and try to, close off that block.
Alex Bowman at the tail end of this group brushed the wall last time by. Reddick back to the lead. Over Jones, Logano has fought his way to third, Larson fourth.
Kurt Busch. Alex Bowman.
He had to move up to keep from hitting Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch got a little bit bent out of shape. Man, then he moved down and got into Chase Briscoe in the 14 car.
There's 3 cars there that were all a little short of room. Yep.
But one thing it's showing us, casual contact is not a problem for these new cars.
The other thing it's showing
My tire looks a little low.
Aggression's picking up. We're starting to see a lot more aggression.
The rear tire looks a little low, boys.
Get yourself established at the end of this stage.
Looking at the rear
for the last runs of this race.
Looking at the left tire, the rear left tire, boys, driver's side. Don't look too good.
How about Ross Chastain? Had a really hard hit here. He's up to 12th place. Yesterday in practice, what did he tell you happened?
Oh.
Yeah, he said his car bottomed out down there in the middle of the corner. I talked to him just a little bit. I know he was a little sore.
Backup car.
He said that was the hardest he's ever hit anything, and it sounded like the rear end bottomed out a little bit, and then when he went to correct, the car kind of snapped off the left rear and put him straight up in the wall.
Regan?
Well, Mike, it's been a great recovery for Ross Chastain after having going to that backup car from that wreck. Right now, that race car not turning quite as good as he wants it to be. The problem is, he said, I don't want to be any looser. Just leave it as it is for right now. After yesterday, I don't think I'd want to be loose either. I'd want to have a little security in that race car.
No kidding. That is actress Eva Longoria's tequila on that car, but not in the tank. Jamie?
And Bubba Wallace had really fallen back, and I went and checked. They weren't overheating. He was having a problem with the right front. He said the car kept trying to steer to the bottom. They came in and they made wedge adjustment to that right front. Yes, he got...
Looking over at Austin Dillon from Daniel Suarez, 13th place is at stake here.
There's big old brake rotors there. Boom!
You see that 14 right there? I was just fixing going to say, what a difference a restart makes. He was leading this race. Now he's just getting past, making a pass for the 15th lane. Mid-pack Jack, his teammate.
Good racing right there, boys.
Flip-flop with him. He was running there. Now he's in the top 6.
Good racing right there, boys.
I think I goofed. Back in 9th place.
Byron Hamlin.
Hamlin. Look at the squat in that left rear tire that he had. Running really low air pressure, trying to optimize that grip for a long run. Needed to meet these things, keep the air pressure as low as possible because it's doing nothing but build and build and build throughout these runs.
Byron has gained back 3 positions from where he restarted.
That's an aggravating thing as a driver right there. You're on the bottom and you clear a car, you pull up in front of him, you got room. He pulls to your bumper, you're like, okay, we're going to lock together and go down the straightaway faster. Instead, they turn left. He can get on your left rear, pull you back, and pass on a track like this.
You set him up and it takes a couple laps to make it. You're in the preferred line. If he hangs a left and drags you down, now you start the process over.
Within the last half dozen here.
Well, I guess that explains it. They're racing for the last stage point, so that's totally understandable.
It's time to get established in these stage points. They're so valuable as you go throughout this season. I give everybody a pass last week in the Daytona 500. It's all about that Harley J. Earl trophy. Now, we need some stage points, and Tyler Reddick and company did it.
It'll be side by side for 4th. Well, it was. And Blaney prevailed. So it's
Reddick. Unstoppable. You're unbelievable.
Cindric, Almirola, Byron, and Hamlin gaining the stage points. For the 3rd time, one driver has swept both stages at Fontana.
Hey, that happened here.
The prior 2 won the race.
It happened 5 times here before, though.
So with
Also show up one stage 1 and stage 2.
Part of that, I know you had to start in the back, uphill battle, drove all the way up
He
to
said,
3rd.
"What's up,
Real
Rick?"
close call off at turn 4 there with a 6 car, dodged a bullet there. So how are you feeling about the rest of the race?
Everyone's getting more comfortable out here. To start the race, everyone was kind of tiptoeing around, not sure what was going to happen. Everyone was still concerned about qualifying, so we were able to make our track position fairly close. And now it's a battle. It seems like everyone's fairly close. 8's pretty good. 43 is good, but I think our long haul is probably the best as our owner club must say here. So I'm hoping for long runs. I'm not sure we're going to get them.
Yeah, after yesterday, I didn't think we were going to get more than a 4-lap run, so today has definitely been an improvement from that. So good luck the rest of the way.
I think so.
Thank you.
Tyler Reddick out front in Fontana. Come on. 38 special for Sunday.
What's up with all these cameras breaking, bro?
The free pass. Should cautions breed cautions.
That's all you see is cameras breaking.
Tyler Reddick, Eric Jones.
Reddick with a nice launch. Eric, look at Larson. 5 wide almost.
Austin Cindric way up high in that yellow goose. Look at the launch. He gets off the corner. Gets blocked for his trouble.
Yeah. We saw Cole make that quick move. He was probably hearing the same thing from his spotter, but cover the top and get up there. And he had a pretty big run on him there for making that move, but he got in the hole.
4 wide. Oh, trouble. One car slides and saves. And everybody scatters.
10 car America, we're on.
We stay green.
He's going to go ahead and come down pit road.
Yeah, he's yeah, I guess it's the only car I've seen not spin around.
What's that?
Had one of those in practice. Safely. Almirola was in 6th place. Now he rolls on, does not stop in his pit to stay on the lead lap.
Final stage, 14 laps. Stage 1 was 8 laps. Stage 2 was 12 laps. Would have been 12 for stage 1, but we got here late. And then the final stage is 14 laps. Let's go. Hot damn, boys. Lose control. Going green with 45 laps. We're going 5 laps to go here. We're going green with, I think, 50 to go or 40, like 30 something to go here.
So you can still run lower on the track. assuming you get into turn 1.
1, 2, 3 punch to dominate it. They're coming around with just now 2 to go. Well, just now on the white flag. Here comes the checkers out for the leader. It's first place.
I don't know that he heard that spotter say anything.
Second place.
Absolutely, it all happens in the beginning of the run. You know, how many times you've been out there?
Third place.
10 lap pressure tires in that guy, but you're already 30 laps in
Fourth,
the run.
fifth.
And it's
Five
really
cars
hardly
lead
any
lap.
difference, but those first couple laps when you have
Actually,
fresher
4 cars
tires is
lead
a
lap.
huge difference.
3 cars
The
are going to
reason
lead
pit
lap.
road has not been opened is they were
There you go. Could be en route for his 7 championship, baby. Still hunting for that elusive championship. Now that the schedule's changed, they may have a shot. What's going on?
You can see the lean car they're talking about the view. It's not only the sun setting, but we've talked about these cars and how much sand comes off this racetrack and off that diffuser and how pitted
4 cars on the lead lap down there.
you can see visibility is tough getting into turn 3.
After going a lap down, turns it around. And caution waves. That would be the 12th caution flag.
We survived our shared
The Larson fans are no happier than Kyle Larson right now. Who might have had victory in sight. Now here's some 9-team audio just prior to Chase's spin.
I'll probably watch a replay to make sure that I'm seeing things straight, that I was way in there on that deal before I say anything I should. Yeah, man, it's what you saw. I don't know what else to tell you.
All right, we'll take a look at it. Larson said on his radio, I didn't know he
I
was...
got broke something.
Yeah, I mean, when you watch this from watching on TV, you could say, well, he turned extra to the right. However, when you're in a race car, if you truly don't know he's there, you're going to start going toward the wall and get your arc into the corner. He already got the side draft off the inside car. He got his momentum, got that guy's momentum slowed down. You're going to break off him after you get that momentum and enter the corner. So only they really know what happened.
So, Larry, here we are, 8 laps to go under caution.
It's a no-brainer, Mike. We've run 13 laps, as I say. Smoke them if you got them. Everybody's got a set. This will be a critical pit stop for these crews. We've seen all kinds of issues all day long.
And they are even coming past the line.
He's trying to get his outside. He almost did.
Eric Jones with a good run off the top. He's the 3rd car back on the outside. He's led a lot today. Down to the bottom goes Logano.
Here in the middle.
Trying to hold his ground. He got loose. Not that loose. He's coming right back. Here comes Jones.
Watch the push from the 43. Eric Jones pushing on Daniel Suarez. Here comes a run.
There goes Suarez. Here comes Mexican Suarez. Could today be the day?
Not clear.
Oh. Oh, he went way up the track. He's got the momentum. Could today be the day Suarez could finally win? He's going to lose a little bit of momentum here. Larson's going to get a big run right here. Here he comes.
In the draft, drops to the bottom, and at the line, Larson by a car length. 3 Chevys fighting it out for the win.
You heard Daniel really shoot down to the bottom of track in 3 and 4.
You need to go way high if you want to have a shot.
You heard the spotter.
You need to go way up high.
Trying to coach him, needed a better exit off the turn.
Here comes. If anybody's going to win now, it's going to be between Larson and Dillon. They're the only ones.
His chance to make a run at Kyle Larson. With a lap and a half to go.
Well, he ain't going to do it like that. You can't win like that.
Kind of running the middle of the track, trying to keep as much momentum as possible.
I expected him to shoot the bottom and try that apron to try to get rolled up in the middle and side draft him.
The white flag waves. 1 to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. And around goes the 31, sliding down through the grass.
Oh.
Everybody may get through this. He bounces off the wall. They've taken the white. We are still green.
I think Larson kind of got it, don't he?
Larson with 3/10 on Dillon.
Depends on what happens here.
Eric Jones closing up for second. Can anybody catch Kyle Larson?
Not today.
You're going to the spawn up here.
Watch Jones. Big run on the outside.
Say not today.
Dillon on the bottom slides up right to the tail of the 5. Here they come for the checkered flag. Kyle Larson keeps that surfboard trophy in California.
Man, what a race, and you can't really say enough about Austin Dillon, Jones, and Suarez. I mean, I don't think anybody would have picked those guys to be second, third, and fourth today.
Chevys, Larson, Dillon, Jones, Suarez. Then 3 Fords, Logano, Almirola, and Harvick. Kurt Busch is the highest finishing Toyota in 8th after starting last. Daniel Hemrick came from 6 laps down to finish 9th, and Ricky Stenhouse, top 10.
Amazing job.
It's Truex and ahead of teammate Denny Hamlin. What can't this fella do with a race car?
Yeah, Kyle's more than pretty good. He is just an amazing talent. We kind of always knew it, and when he got in this car last year, I think everybody knew that he was going to be the guy to beat. And I really don't see that changing for some time to come. Really.
He started this race under penalty in the rear. They changed an ignition part this morning that they found to be faulty during the morning fire-up and warm-up.
281st career win. It was beyond 200 a decade ago in 2012. Now we got 281 wins. Chance you might get beyond 300 this year. How about in 10 years, put extra 0 to that? You get 100. 100 wins in 10 years, that's pretty good.
Knowing how close you came, but coming up just a bit short.
We're going to win a few races very soon here. I just can't thank everyone enough in my team. You know, we had a fast car, but we went through a lot of adversity, you know. We had a few issues. We hit the wall once. We had an issue with the diffuser. My pit crew, those guys are legends. Unbelievable. It's the best pre-crew I ever had, and it's a lot of fun to race like that. Freeway insurance, Chevrolet, everyone that helps track us out to be able to be here and perform this way. I'm happy and I'm hard at the same time. I can tell you that I'm going to work very, very hard to go to victory lane very, very soon here.
Thanks, Daniel. Mike?
Well, he had a great run here today. So, Matt Kens, the same question from the top of the day. Did you have fun?
I did have fun. Thanks a lot for having me. It was a great race we got to see, and I enjoyed being up here.
We had fun having you. Hope you come back and visit sometime.
Thank you.
The race.
Yes.
I'm blown away. Man, I tell you, a lot of unknowns with this race car. Did it deliver? Was there some unknowns? Yes and yes. But man, the side-by-side race and the battles that I saw, not only with these drivers within their car, but the competition. We saw blocks. We saw everything today. Everybody up front, back in the pack, all over the place. I liked it. Got some housekeeping to do, right? We got some flat tire issues that I don't like. I want to address that, and I know NASCAR is formulating a plan to do so. So, man, I'm happy.
Wild restarts, a lot of passing, great top-to-bottom moves, and a great race. Well, Clint's going to hook up and drive through 3 states on the way to Las Vegas next week, where we will see you then, and you'll see the studio in Charlotte right after this.
Love you guys. I'll see you next one. Yeah. Peace out, guys. Love y'all.
Every day.